All right, guys, it's almost mowing season here. We got what, 2 more weeks? I think then we'll be back to fully weekly maintenance.
Yeah.
For all of our accounts, we're still knocking out our cleanups as we speak. But we talked over the winter time about our Ferris Z3X, the 52-inch mower. Trouble starting. We got a flat tire. Needs a new muffler. It needs some work. It doesn't have a lot of hours. So you saw by the thumbnail, the thing looks like a piece of junk, and it's only 3 years old. If the hour meter is correct, I think it's somewhere around the 400 hour range in 3 years, which isn't a lot. Is because it was dispersed among the Walker mowers and the other, the Toro and the other stuff. But in this video, we're gonna put 2 brand new tires on it with the tire machine. We're gonna replace the muffler with a brand new OEM muffler. We're going to take the mower deck off and really give it a good cleaning underneath. We're gonna power wash the whole machine, new blades, grease it up, and have it ready to roll. We're gonna, I think we have to change the oil. I'm pretty sure we do. It's got the oil guard system, which extends oil changes, but we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at the hydro fluid. But let's pull this thing out. It's got a flat tire. We're gonna limp its way to the driveway, and then we're gonna throw 2 new tires on it to start the video.
I honestly forgot it was even back here.
Me too. We haven't needed it, and then all of a sudden it's time to cut grass in 2 weeks. It's like it snuck up on us.
Yeah.
We filmed this, right? We put this together. We put all the leaf blower stuff, all the leaf fall equipment.
Yeah, the leaf equipment's living in here. The big freight-in leaf vac. Our little wonders. I think both of them are underneath this tarp. Yeah, here's one of them. Just a storage shed. Here's the mower deck for the Toro Multi-Force, which is the Toro Mulch Force right now, actually.
Yeah, we don't need the mower deck on that probably for another month, because we'll let the mowing rig take care of it with the walker and this thing. Probably only going to use this to cut the house here, the mower deck for the Toro, but that thing will be out with the mulch bucket for, I don't know, 2 more months.
Yeah.
I'd say. This thing needs a good cleaning too. It's got all stuff caked underneath there from last year.
Yeah.
I wonder if this thing will start.
I don't know. It is warm today, but it has trouble cold starting at all.
I think it's the sensor that has to do with the muffler, which is broken.
Yeah.
You can see that tire's shot. It's dirty as all hell. It's gonna power wash and look brand new, but once again, it's a machine that we use every single day. So we don't power wash it every single day or every single week. It's not as bad as I remembered it. It's dirty, but it's not horrible. Let's see what the hour meter says. 372 hours.
Okay, that's like nothing.
It's not that much, but
like it's just dusty.
Yeah, it needs
it's been sitting for the whole winter, pretty much.
We keep our air filters clean. We blow off all the debris and whatnot. And we keep the deck clean underneath, but it's not shining, which we're gonna try and give it a good little shine in this video.
Yeah. Yeah. As far as our equipment goes, it's not something you're gonna see on a showroom floor because we use it so much. It's just impossible to keep up with cleaning it. Yeah. And really, it's out every day, so there's no time to clean it. there's time to keep up with the maintenance, like the oil change, the hydro fluid, etc., blades.
To make it work completely.
Yeah.
Fine, but when we get to December and the season's over, nobody wants to clean their equipment and power wash it. We want to be done for the winter and winterize it and put it all away, because the dirt is going to be there all winter and it'll be here in the spring again. So it doesn't really, I don't know, that's my opinion. I mean, if it's caked, like the excavator's caked in dirt, say, we always keep the tracks. We really take care of stuff like that, but in terms of dirt like this, we don't really care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
We don't have holes in our equipment. Everything looks great, but it's really not as bad as I thought it would be. Let's see, what's it been in here, a month?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put these on because it's loud.
Yeah, it is loud. Almost.
So the muffler, you can see, is completely cracked.
Yeah, it's broken.
And we know that's going to be heating up our pulleys, but this happened just at the end of the season, like literally on one of the last yards.
This side's actually completely broken.
So this isn't being used at all, which runs this oxygen sensor. I don't know what this thing is called. I feel like this is going to have something to do with it, with a reading on here for when you start it, because it's popping out the air filter. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
Needs brand new. We got the muffler already. In this video, we've never showed this, but we made our own mulch kit, which, it worked sort of, kind of. We welded 2 pieces of 3/4 pipe onto here with a pin to remove it. It was just a piece of steel Jim welded to cover it up. But we bought the quick shoe. Is that which one we got?
Yeah, we were in between the grass flap and the quick shoe.
Yeah.
Since it's a standard, we didn't want the grass flap because the pedal, the platform's not that big to begin with.
It mounts right here.
Yeah.
And then you run the cable up and they break a lot.
And we didn't like the idea of having a cable. I mean, I'd rather just have the lever.
Yeah. So
I think that's just quicker.
Come in right here, I believe, where we can reach it and snap in and out. So we're gonna use this a lot more for maintenance, and some of the houses we can not have to use the walker. For bagging, because bagging stinks. It takes too long, and then you got to dump the grass, etc., etc. This thing flies. We're gonna really put that to the test. But this thing, it's not horrible. It'll power wash up nice and clean. I mean, the deck is it's literally just all dirt. Look at the paint right underneath it.
Yeah.
But we're gonna clean it up really nice in this video. We're gonna make this it's gonna be a couple different days. You'll probably be able to tell me wearing different clothes and stuff. But day 1, we're gonna put 2 brand new tires on it. We got the tire machine we bought on Facebook. We're gonna put that to the test. No more tire irons and the bars and stuff. We're gonna zip these off and put 2 brand new ones on and see if it drives a little bit better.
So this is the tire machine. It's a Coates, right? This is a Coates tire machine.
Yeah, it's all air.
All air, which is we've had in the past. We've had the electronic ones, and we bought them used off of Facebook. Kind of by the time we get them, they're so worn out that they don't spin.
Well, the problem was we had the one that was electric,
spinning,
the
right?
table turned and everything else was there, and it worked, but the motor was worn out for turning, so it didn't have enough power for when you were
turning the thing. Yeah.
This is all air. We're running it off of our compressor all the way over there on a long hose, which is probably not making as much power as it should, but it worked the other day when we did a mower tire. We got some soapy water, it pops right off.
Yeah.
Oh, we did the trailer, which is even bigger than this, and it came right off like that. So
yeah, we'll see.
We got this for $1,000, I think.
Yeah, and what is it new? It's crazy, right?
8 or 9 or 10 grand, I think, for the fully.
It's not like we're not changing tires every day. It's just for it's the inconvenience to have to drop it off somewhere.
That's not probably the best spot, but
it'll work.
Just enough to get it up. That side's okay, 30%. It's not the best, but this side got a nail in the sidewall somehow.
Yeah.
And we plugged it, and it just was not. We were filling it up every single morning. Bought 2 brand new tires off of eBay for this. I think they were Kenda, the brand.
Yeah.
We'll show them in a second. But the first guy that we bought it from shipped it, strapped the tire, and like pinched the beads together. And then once we got it mounted on the rim, we could not get it to seat the bead.
Yeah, it's like the bead was bent almost, right?
Not bent. It was just some packaging. It was so tight. Yeah. I mean, they're supposed to ship like this. They were literally touching. We tried starter fluid, godly amounts of starter fluid to get this thing to seat. We tried the tire machine. We tried the ratchet strap. We tried to let the tire sit in the sun with jack stands in the middle of it to stretch it out. It just didn't work. Ended up breaking the bead by taking the tire on and off the rim so many times. So we bought another tire that they shipped. They didn't sandwich it together, which I specifically told the guy on eBay. I said, please do not ship it with the beads touching. So we got it today. It looks really, really good. I think we should have no problem here. This should be a very easy job.
It ended up being a 21, by the way.
Yeah. I know the Walker, the new Walker, probably does have 500 hours by now with the spring cleanups we did so far. It needs brand new tires, which sucks, but I guess 500 hours isn't horrible.
Yeah.
We have 2 brand new ones in the shed too, so hopefully this machine works well, because those are the low profile ones.
Yeah.
Those are a pain in the butt to do by hand.
Go. That should work, right?
Yep.
Oh God, look at that. Well, that worked, whatever. There it goes. There
in?
Yeah, do you have it?
Yeah.
Oh, that worked. I think the beak is wrong or something. We'll get it. We have a new one, I'm pretty sure.
We're gonna try using the machine to fill it up, right?
Yeah. Where's the hose at?
Right here.
Let it fill up. Yeah, it just doesn't seem like it's blasting enough. If anybody can tell us who's watching this video, we always have trouble with these things.
Look, it shoots air from the bottom.
Yeah.
And while it's filling from the top, it's supposed to seat the top bead.
Yeah.
And then the top's supposed to push down and seat the bottom bead. Maybe it's because the tire's too small.
Or does this have something to do with it? If anybody knows, we've had trouble with this in the past. Does a long hose extension have to do with it? Because for the life of us, we can't get these things to seat.
You got that torch?
Oh yeah, the torch is over there on the shelf, the blue one.
Don't try this at home, everybody.
Yeah, we're gonna do the old school way of doing it, which works fine. We're fine with doing it this way. All right, go for it. Yeah, go for it. There it goes. Quick, quick, quick. Do it.
You gotta do it because it sucks the air back in.
It works. It's a little bit scary. It's a little bit of flash. If you do it responsibly, it works.
You don't need to use the whole bottle too.
Yeah, you don't. Especially not on a tire like this.
I've been working for a year to get a tire to seat on this rim. Just because of how they shipped it to me. And we did it on the first try.
Yeah, that was nice. Look at that.
It's leaking. Oh no, that's just water, I think.
Yeah, that's from the soap.
All right, let's just check the PSI. We're gonna park this in the garage and make sure overnight it doesn't leak.
We're not gonna show you guys that one. It's the same procedure.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get more into the details on this for.
It's the middle of the week. We're gonna.
Yeah, it's gonna be an after work video.
Like a weekend thing. We'll put the chute on. We'll grease it up and power wash it.
So forth. So we'll see you guys another day.
All right, guys, here we are. We're going to be picking up where we left off. What did we do? We did the tires the other day.
Yeah, right? Now it is probably a week later almost.
Yeah. Tires all hold there, which is great. And of course they should. They're brand new. We put brand new valves on it like you guys saw there. But we're going to fix everything else that's wrong with this thing because we need this tomorrow, believe it or not, for our first day of weekly lawn maintenance. I don't know, it was like a month ago, I think. We said, oh, well, we tuned everything up. All the hydros, engine oils, we did all the trucks. So we'll worry about the Ferris when we need to start cutting grass. And here we are 3 weeks later, and this thing needs to work tomorrow. And it has a broken muffler. It has a hard time starting, and it needs a full tune-up. It needs new blades. We need to put on which one did we buy?
We bought the quick shoot.
The quick shoot, that's what I thought. You can see, we already showed this, I think, but we're gonna have to angle grinder. Use the angle. We're gonna have to use the angle grinder and get these two pipes off. This is actually a pipe we use for screed rails for paver jobs. We had an extra bent one that we just cut, made our own pipe. It didn't work very well.
We tried to make our own flap.
Yeah, but it's easier too to do the muffler from underneath. And the mower deck needs a good cleaning, so we're going to drop the mower deck completely off of this thing and flip it over and power wash the whole thing. We'll be able to get right to the bolts for the exhaust right from underneath. Okay, so we found out, as you can see here, zoom in real quick on that. There's 3 slots that this mower deck could go into, so it's not, the Toro's one whole slot where it has to be adjusted and leveled. We're just going to pick the middle hole because that's where it came from, and we're going to put it right back where it was so we know the deck will be level when we go to hook it back up. We could just pick it right up with the machine.
Yeah. There we go. That'll power wash up nice though.
This thing's heavy. This is a 52-inch deck, and so is the Toro Multiforce. I can pick up the Toro Multiforce deck and move it in the shed myself. This thing, we can get this up. I mean, holy hell, this thing is just, they built this right. This is how everything should be built, in my opinion. And then, of course, we're fixing some crap that broke, that shouldn't have broke. I'll just flip this up and see what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's
not that bad.
It's not horrible. This is from last fall.
Yeah.
We have new blades. Everybody has different opinions on blades. We tried those X blades from Ballard Products. We're not very happy with them.
Yeah.
We tried some aftermarket mulching blades for these, and this thing was just cutting like crap. We could not figure out why. We kept switching blades and blades and blades, buying cheap ones, buying expensive alternatives, and it was always leaving strips right down the middle.
Yeah.
Or we'd have to double pass. It was just pushing the grass over like it didn't have enough vacuum to stand the blade of the grass up to cut it. And this thing's got 33 horsepower. It should have more than enough juice to turn these blades fast enough to cut even wet grass. And it wasn't cutting like the day we got it. Went on Ferris's website and bought 3 brand new OEM blades and put it on it. And it cut beautiful, just like the day we got it. These are OEM ones. We have them on the shelf and keep them in stock at all times, but it was cutting perfectly. I guess just the X blades were not doing anything. You'd think 2 blades crisscrossed on each spindle would make sure it got everything. It wasn't working out. There's a lot of good reviews about them and a lot of bad ones. We weren't a fan. We switched back to the normal, I guess these are called medium lift, regular blades, I guess. I don't know, but
yeah.
Crush this thing. I can't believe it. Okay, so muffler time. I think we're gonna take this off.
Yeah, that's just the shield, right?
Yep.
4 bolts.
And of course the weld broke on here.
On which one?
The shield.
Oh yeah.
On this side. This has nothing to do with the muffler, but that's heavy as all heck. And then a weld breaks on the frame. It's stupid. Right off as soon as we
look at that.
We got this sensor.
That's just a standard plug, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, show them that. Yeah, flex that.
The 2 mount tabs out here, the bolts came loose.
Yeah, look at that.
The whole thing, you can see it was sliding up and down.
Yeah, it was slotted.
I don't think it moved on the... Yeah, it was. So both sides were moving. The mounts on the frame are tight, but the mounts out here are loose.
Yeah.
That's from the factory. Should not happen. You've seen in our other videos how really, really pissed off we get when stuff like this happens. This right here, this was $372 to replace this muffler at 372 hours.
Because a bolt was loose.
Did you hear that? 372 bucks at 372 hours. I mean, crazy. Cost us about 400 bucks or something. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
The new muffler doesn't even come with the sensor. Whatever. The machine's making us money. It's paid for. We move on with it, but it's like, that's why we run these old trucks, guys, is because we can redo everything our way, tighten everything down our way, and do what we know we need, that these things need. So when we turn the key, if something was to happen, it would be our fault. But we triple make sure when we're putting these things together that everything's perfect. So these things, we turn the key, we could drive it across the country if we had to, any one of them.
And you're getting a phone call.
Ziggy's Lawn and Landscape, how can I help you? Might as well just break it the rest of the way, right?
Yeah. But, for example, my point that I was getting at after we're done looking at this.
Okay, the problem is, look, they switched the tabs.
Oh, yeah.
The mount tabs are no longer on the bottom. Which, look, also broke here.
Wow.
We were leaking exhaust out the bottom. So we got this whole new kit, I guess.
Oh, with the brackets, they must have redesigned it.
Because they probably found that was a weak point and a lot of people were having the problems.
It should have been a recall.
It should have been a recall and fixed under warranty.
Yeah.
Even though it's probably, it's out of warranty by now, but still.
But anyways, yeah, so my point being is that stuff happens in this business, especially being the owner of the business, being the people who are working the business. It's not like Walmart where you have a million people working for you and it doesn't really matter. We rely on this machine. We have backup. We have the Toro. That's the key point of this business, is to have a backup just in case stuff happens. But let's just say this breaks on you. and you need it tomorrow. We need this machine tomorrow, which we should have fixed it probably a little bit earlier, but besides the point, we need this machine tomorrow. If this stuff breaks on you, that's the part of the business that kind of sucks, and it's reality though. It happens. We've been there before where we only have one truck, where we only have one machine, one weed whacker. Once something breaks and then the whole day's messed up, it's just part of the business. But we grow and you learn, and good thing that we have backups, but we want this to be our main machine, so that's the whole point of the video.
And you always have to adapt and overcome whatever happens. When I started, I had, it looked like this. It was a white truck, F250, 7.3 diesel, and the oil pan went. And I didn't have a truck, so I was borrowing my dad's truck until that truck was ready, and then that truck was ready, and I finally upgraded to a 7.3 dump truck, not this one, but a different one. We lost the transmission and the motor in that truck. So I was without a dump truck during fall cleanups, and you just have to make do with what you have. And I probably sound like a whining little girl. I'm having a daughter, so hopefully she's not a whiny little girl. But when I complain about stuff like this, it just drives me irate when if it was just made right from the start. We're paying for this expensive piece of equipment. It should just be made right from the beginning. Whatever. We will put the new part on and we'll send it on its way. It'll be great. It'll be over with. But throw a comment down if I'm being a little baby about this.
Yeah, it's the reality. It's how the business works, and it's not all ups like we talked about in our videos before. It's not all ups. There's downs, and this is one of them. But for the most part, we'll say yeah, it's ups because we're making money and we're doing business. So just got to do what comes with business, and you'll be successful.
Bolts in?
Yeah. So this looks like it's going to be similar to the Skag Windstorm, where they're going to build the bracket right into the valve cover.
Dude, if this breaks, wrong size. But I'm just saying that's not.
That better not break.
Spray it down, maybe.
So you got these studs, and you see right through the bag here. There's these studs with the regular bolt to hold the valve cover, but then there's a little extra stud sticking out for it looks like this is the bracket that's gonna support this thing. I think that's a better design than that other thing they got going on.
But once again, those aren't grade 8 or grade 5.
Yeah, which we know they'll snap eventually, because the Skag already had that problem where they snap.
And the first 4 months?
Yeah, it's stupid. They make these stupid little things go wrong.
I mean, look at how thick the frame is on this.
Yeah.
They did all this right, and then it's just stupid little stuff. This could be the most impressive machine on the market.
Yeah.
Here's the installment instructions for the muffler replacement kit. Comes with all the hardware you need and everything. Does not come with the sensor like we said before. But like Jim just mentioned, it's going to be like the Skag Windstorm, the same kind of setup. Here's the old mounts that were, how do you want, underneath?
Yeah.
They were underneath mounted to the frame, and they had lock nuts on it too, which were loose somehow. But these were, like we said, they were supporting the muffler from underneath. So these are garbage, and now we're going to support it from the sides, or from the middle, right in the neutral central position. But they give you new brackets that you're going to remove 2 valve cover nuts on each side. You're going to put a stud in place of the bolt, and then you'll have an extra stud on the end for the actual bracket to mount to. You get the nuts and everything, and we're gonna really tighten these like the right way, and then just make sure that this doesn't happen again. So basically all that can just get tossed. We're gonna save the bolts. We have a little bolt, there's bugs everywhere today. We're up here in West Milford where we had that big bad forest fire right over the, I mean, this is the mountain, but it was behind the next mountain, and we were covered in smoke, and it's bringing all these bugs and whatever. But we'll keep these bolts. They're all grade 8 bolts, but we'll keep them in like a bucket. We have like just a little jar that we keep spare bolts. You never know when you need something. Anyway, aside from that, where should we start? Should we mount the muffler in first and then put the supports on?
Yeah, and we'll see where we're at.
All right, we got the new mufflers installed. We got all new hardware. This thing's not going anywhere this time. The sensor's installed. We got this little air line fixed.
We blew the lines out too.
Yeah.
A little bit of crap in there.
Yeah. New fuel filter. We didn't do the oil change or anything yet, but we're just going to see. If it still starts crappy, we need to still do the spark plugs and look into that further, but it shouldn't sound like the Daytona 500 anymore. Good.
Yeah, it did actually start.
I think that's just a little bit of the paint right from the factory.
Yeah, the paint on the exhaust, that'll burn off real quick.
It started right up, right?
Yeah.
It started pretty
no,
good.
it did. That was way better. And it's been
farting
sitting here already for an hour, so it was cold.
Just the paint maybe on the inside.
It was better already.
We just gotta tighten this throttle cable. We had a bungee cord we were running from here to here to keep the throttle full.
Yeah.
I think it's either a nut or a cotter pin on this side, or it's just worn out.
Yeah.
But, we'll get that addressed. We'll put the cover back on. The mower deck can go back on, and we can continue our service. Let's see what it does real quick. If we see, it was literally blowing this tube out, backfiring.
Yeah.
We could find out on the parts list, but if anyone knows what this sensor is an oxygen O2 sensor. Be if the muffler wasn't working and all of the exhaust was leaking out before it even got to the sensor. Was that causing our cold starting problem? But I mean, here we go. It was backfiring before. It's almost like it wasn't reading something. Well, that's a successful repair. It was annoying hearing literally like a race car when we're trying to cut our grass and stuff. Starting at 7 in the morning with this thing. And dealing with, I think it was this side, right? Flat tire
flat
every
tire
single day.
all the time.
Got brand new tires on it. Power wash it.
It already looks better.
Yeah. You put the cover back on. Do the engine oil change, and then we'll get the mower deck back on too.
Let's come over here real quick and say hi to Murphy. What's up, Murph? Murph, look at the camera. Would you look at that? A brand new Craftsman power washer from Lowe's.
Yes. Out with the old.
Yeah, that old piece of junk.
This thing came with the house before this one. When I moved in 2017, the owner left it. It was about 5 or 6 years old then. So say 5.5 years fast forward, it was about 6 years old then. This thing's 10 to 12 years old. It's missing the air filter cover. It was running okay. The hose is shot, the wand was shot, and the pump would sometimes give us trouble. And it was always leaking water from literally every seal in the pump. So rather than throw all the parts at it, I bought a new one today. I don't really like to buy anything gasoline powered or anything from Home Depot or Lowe's because it's not the best quality and it's not genuine, I guess, product. It's just like the Honda cover slapped on it, made in China, whatever, or whatever brand they have. That's at least what I'm told. Like the John Deere at Lowe's we saw today, the zero turn mower with the rollover bar, that's not an actual John Deere mower. It's something, it's a different brand and that pays John Deere to use their colors and their stickers and everything to make it look like it, and it's half the price. So basically, this was $459, but it was a display model, so I got it for 300 bucks. It's literally a carbon copy of that. The guy bought that at Lowe's 12 years ago. We got 12 years out of it. So for 300 bucks, yeah, that's all this was 300 bucks. It came with everything right here. If I can get 5 or 6 years out of it with no problems, I'll be very happy. Just to power wash the house and just do some of the equipment. I really wanted to get a commercial, like a steel commercial power washer or something very, very heavy duty, but upwards of $1,000. For 300 bucks, it'll get us by for 5 or 6 years. So we're gonna do a first cold start here. It was a display model. It was not returned. So hopefully it starts up. We have oil in it. We have fresh gas. Hopefully it starts, or else it'll be going back to the store. But it was, we saved 160 bucks off the sticker price. So it's literally, I just think it has the soap thing in the front.
Yeah, it's the same motor.
Engine, same.
All right, you guys ready to see this? Let's take a look. Oh my God, it looks like a brand new machine. Look at that. Nice and shiny. It's way better than it was. It's not as dusty. Yeah, it's not perfect. We used it.
It looks a lot better though.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the side, looks like.
It looks way better. It's not as dirty. It's gonna get dirty in a week though.
Tomorrow it's gonna get dirty because it's gonna be muddy and rainy out probably.
Yeah, but hey, I mean, it's from what we started at the video, this thing looks like crap. Now it looks pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and what are we throwing?
Put the mower deck back on, and then we will we'll put the quick shoot on. This took a lot longer than we thought it would. The whole machine got power washed. New power washers you guys saw there. It's smoking still from the new muffler. Whatever the paint is, they're burning off. But as you can see, we got our new supports here with the updated muffler system. We have brand new drive tires on this thing. Was it this side or that side? The whole rim was just covered in grass. I think it was that side. Yeah. Came out pretty good. It's on its 4th season. Now it looks like it's in good shape. We always changed the fluids and did everything we had to do to it. It just was dirty. We got our brand new quick shoot installed. I'm very, very, very excited to try this. We're gonna, I mean, the lawn could use cutting here, and there's some spots up here. I'll throw some angled down stripes, but this is very convenient. I was for some reason thinking it was gonna be out farther. I mean, just to open it, you just gotta give it a quick push, and then to close it, you just gotta pull it like that. It's right here. You don't even have to, right there. That works awesome. They had the one with the pedal down by here. I'm happy we don't have that because we have big feet and they take up most of the platform. What else did we do to this? We changed the oil. We changed the filter that's right here. There's a little cartridge filter inside this. This is the oil, what the hell they call this? The oil guard system, which you can use the synthetic oil and it'll last longer is what they say. We service the hydros. And like I said, I'm really excited about these drive tires. We don't have to fill this thing up with air. This right side would go flat every single morning. It was convenient that it was the right side because we could go right through the side door of the trailer. But new drive tires, we greased up the whole machine. We greased up all the spindles. It's got brand new OEM blades on it. Fuel filter, air filter, the muffler's fixed. I don't really know what else to say. It looks really, really good. And I'm excited to try it out on some grass. We've run it up around here.
Yeah, let's do it.
This is where we did the spring cleanup last week with the dethatching and the cutting, and that was literally a week ago today, and it's growing in pretty good.
Yeah, looks nice.
Let's see what happens.
That go to work for a few minutes here. Let's see what we end up with.
We got some early season stripes here. My lawn is nothing crazy yet. We just moved in, so nothing has been done to treat the property. But the mower's cleaned up. It's running great. It's cutting great. I can already see that this quick shoot is going to be a big plus for us. Specifically, we're around the Forsythia, and usually we would cut stuff like that with the walker or double cut it with the Ferris or the Toro, pointing it away from the road. I'm able to come up the hill and turn and not worry about grass clippings going into the grass, if very minimal grass clippings, and not having it shoot to the other side of the driveway or even around there. This thing blocks it off nice, and the grass wasn't super high yet, but it did need to be cut. So I'm really excited to put this to work tomorrow at some houses that are more full sun than we get here, and we'll lay down some nice stripes tomorrow with this thing. So we will, the bugs are out here like crazy. We'll see what this thing can do tomorrow when we hit some really thick grass. I'm really, really digging this. It's as simple as just pushing it. It flings itself up and it doesn't go below the deck, so you don't have to worry about going over curbs, snagging it. The thing we made, the old chute, I think it was below the deck by a little bit, so it was catching stuff. But this has, and the thing we had to run something to keep it closed. This is tension, so it stays up.
Look at how dirty it is already.
Yeah, that it's tensioned down. So when the blades are running, it's not. I mean, you can pull it out with the spring, but it's not. And you can also, we just found out too, you can keep it in like the halfway position with this thing here. But we'll see when we need that. But the machine's all cleaned up. It's looking great. Maybe we'll get some logos on it. I had some little stickers here that came right off with the power washer. We'll get some real logos. But that'll wrap up this video on this machine. Hopefully I didn't cry too much like a little girl about everything being made poorly, but we got this thing back into really, really good shape and running condition, so we're ready to roll with it. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. We'll try and do a live maybe coming up in the next week or so, but definitely hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you guys can get notified when we go live and we put out videos. But we'll catch you in the next one.